to the women out there that are voting and supporting the whole scientists trying to discover how can they make women produce children without men's semen, or just men in general, I should say. Good. You know what? You really won't need men for anything. Therefore, you won't have us. So whenever it's time for you to die alone and sit in the corner and cry because you can't get anyone, or you can't even get, that's what you wanted, and that's what y'all want. Y'all don't need a man for shit. Go ahead. You don't even need a man for kids. Honestly, y'all are a bunch of weirdos for this whole men without kids move. Kids without men move, but so be it. It's really that bad in the United States.
That first video was from Austin Holloman. And it's funny because, I saw that video last week and wanted to do a response to it, but it just so happened that this video coincides with today's topic. Now, guys, before we get into the topic, there has been a lot of people out there, not even just, heterosexual women, and in this case, lesbian women, but even heterosexual women have somewhat, some of them at least, a vendetta against heterosexual men or black men. In other words, making it seem like a lot of black men are just worthless and can't do anything. And here's an example of this video right now with this particular influencer talking about polygamy in the black community.
One of my followers asked me what I thought about polygamy. And here's what I would share with you all on that. Everybody listen. Your thing is your thing. Whatever you decide to do with your life, you decide to do with your life. But I'm just giving my opinion on it, all right? Let's be clear. But here's what I think about polygamy in America. Number one, for the black community, polygamy will not work. Let me tell you why, baby. Because polygamy was designed in other cultures. If you look back in the history books, the men in polygamy could afford the damn wives. So, bitch, how in the hell a black man gonna get two? If anything, baby, black women can afford two. Baby, I can afford a butler and a pool boy, all right? Don't let that shit push that shit on y'all if y'all want to. Bitch, that's a broke man's agenda in America. And furthermore, baby, they can't even afford to spend time with the goddamn children that they got, let alone 2 wives or 3. So please tell me, baby, how can a black man in America have 2 wives when the black women are the most stable in the community? With 2 or 3 children. Bitch, I can rap up by 3 Hey, y'all don't let that goddamn people put that agenda on y'all. I ain't saying nothing about sexually neither. Cause bitch, half of y'all can't pump but 3 times and tell me you want 2 or 3 wives. You better get out of here. Let's be clear.
So you see, that particular clip right there kind of sums it all up. Some of these women in black America feel like the man is completely worthless. And you know what? For me, that's fine, right? And I'm gonna get into it in just a minute. In this case, we have Fredo Bang, or Fredo Bang. He's a rapper, and he allegedly had a baby for a lesbian couple. I don't think he was actually, in the bedroom with them, but he's posted this particular picture. And this lesbian couple allegedly is Seven Buffins and Princess Annie, and they're both socialites, and they're the mothers of the child, and they're in an LGBTQ relationship. Now, people think that that's very controversial because, it's a same-sex couple, and Fredo is allegedly the dad, and they're raising the kid. Well, my question is, why are guys shocked? This is something that's going to just continue to get worse. A lot of women, regardless of sexuality, feel like men are not that important. You're not going to get anything out of them. And the only thing you can really use them for is just the baby. This is not everything, but hey, they're sperm donors, and you even see it with women in the black community or women all around. They like a lot of women want to raise kids by themselves. Many women don't want to be married. They don't want to be tied down. They'd rather pursue their own careers, but they want to have a kid. And here's what I have to say. I think that's, if you want to do it, I think that's great. For me, I personally don't want to do that, but if they want to do it, it's fine. And I think you're going to see a lot more of this happening. But as long as we can understand this, if it doesn't work out for you, don't blame men. And here's what I'm talking about, right? Here's what happens. Some of these women are gonna go down this road, and they're gonna be like, "Look, we never wanted the men in the first place. We don't want these guys." Then, all of a sudden, when it doesn't work out, "Oh, I can't believe you don't take care of your kids." When at a certain point, you never wanted this guy to be there in the first place. That's what we're dealing with, right? And I think that's what you're gonna see. Once this fails, because a lot of times having baby without a man, it seems like it's a great thing, and you know, a lot of ladies are with the women empowerment, and I get that. But as we know, raising kids by yourself is hard. Being a mom is hella hard, especially if you're a single mom, okay? Because you are responsible for taking care of that kid, paying your rent prices are coming up. And like I said, like in today's world, it's not the most optimum time to try to be somebody's mom by yourself. I just don't think so, because there are just so many challenges against individuals, whether you're a man or a woman, because you have inflation, you have all of these other things going on too, that makes it quite difficult. But the one thing that I will be concerned with is blaming men when you choose this. And that's what you've been seeing lately. I've been seeing a lot of situations where women make choices that it doesn't work out. And then all of a sudden, you know, men are responsible for those choices. And, you know, these guys are bums and all this. And in the case of, you know, they don't take care of their kids and stuff. When it's like, this is what you chose. You were totally okay with, you know, not having a man there. And then when you figure out that it's difficult, because it is, now all of a sudden you have an issue with that. And that's the one thing I'm gonna take umbrage with, you know? Being a parent is hard work. Being a provider is hard work. Okay? It's tough. And I know y'all not gonna like this, but once you make that choice, nobody owes you anything. And that's what you tend to see. You know, a lot of people like to depend on their family and all this stuff, and friends and all that. Look, you know, when you're a single parent, the world kind of, you know, I'm not saying forgets about you, but hey, people are doing their own things. People have problems. If you don't have a big immediate family, you can find yourself struggling. And then all of a sudden, you know, here goes the state, like, hey, can you help give us money because, you know, we need state programs to fund this, when in all actuality, you were not interested in having a family, you know, with a man in the first place, or somebody in the first place, right? You know, if it's however you want to do it. And then we're not going to get around that. Again, people can do whatever the hell they want to do. I mean, it doesn't bother me. But just don't go around blaming men for your decisions. As far as Fredo Bang, if that's what he wants to do, or if that's what she wants to do, look, don't matter to me. But just don't start blaming men or black men for your mistakes, because it didn't work out for you. So now everybody else has to pay for it. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We are